everyone. Now what I have before you are 4 loaves of bread. I am planning to make a whole bunch of sandwiches out of these. I'm planning on making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So let me go ahead and lay them out and we'll get started. What I did is I took them out of the bags, and this step you actually can skip depending on the preference of whoever you're making the sandwiches for. Now in my family, a lot of people don't eat the crust. I know, wasteful, but instead of putting peanut butter on the crust and just having them take it off or whatnot, I just take it off for them so that they can just give it to them and they can just hurry up and eat. Another thing too, keep the bags. What I do is, after I'm done making the sandwiches, I put them in either sandwich bags or Ziploc bags, or I wrap them in parchment paper. And I apologize for the background. I'm pressure canning. I'm doing multiple videos, so you'll hear that in the background. I apologize for that. But what I do is I make the sandwiches, then I put them inside of Ziploc bags or whatever you want to wrap the sandwiches in, and then I put them right back in these bags, put them in the refrigerator, and then I transfer, or I put some inside of the freezer. While I am laying them flat, one thing you want to make sure that you do is, if you have some bread, let's say you get some bread and some of it got smushed inside the car, keep those together so you can kind of match them together. You don't want to have a piece of bread that's larger so it kind of doesn't fit the bread totally, if you get what I mean. So I'm going to sort of lay them up, and these ends all go together. So like the first end goes with the other end that's at the bottom right here. So let's line it up and let's get started. You can use jam, jelly, preserves, whatever it is you want to use. I'm using jam because I like it better because it spreads better. And I'm planning on using some all-natural peanut butter. Normally I try to grind up my own peanut butter, but I'm short on time, so I wasn't able to do it. And the cool thing about it is, if it's just 2 of you in here, or if you're just by yourself and you make this, you can prepare your food for 2 weeks in advance. And in the freezer, it'll be just fine. No one complains. It's totally fine. Now, the key that I saw that makes it better, because if you don't do this, a lot of times your bread will get soggy. What I've noticed what you're supposed to do, and I also saw it at when I went to Sam's, they have it on both sides. You put peanut butter on both sides of the sandwich. The peanut butter, and I'll show you how to do it. Once I do this, it goes fast or whatnot. But I put a thin layer of peanut butter on one side, and then I put however much peanut butter you'd like to have on your sandwich on this one. The kids, as well as myself, I like a lot of peanut butter, so I put a lot of peanut butter on it. But the thin layer, that's where you're going to put the jelly on. And what it does, it creates basically a wall so that the jelly won't seep through the bread. So I'm just going to put a thin just a little bit on. And what I do is, as I'm going, I just go down the line and just basically blap it on there. But just to show you what I mean, let me put that there. For this one, I just do basically a thin layer, and I get it all over it. And a nice thing about it too, because I've said it before in my videos, but while I'm doing things that are kind of tedious and that I kind of repetitive, what I've learned to do is I like either have a book on that's an audio book, or I have a TV show that I want to watch. So it's like I get to have me time while I get to do something productive, because time is so scarce. You just don't have time to do a lot of stuff, or to get to watch TV or get to do things. So I just put a very thin layer on, and I put it all the way around so that the jelly basically won't be able to get through the sandwich and won't make it soggy. So that's what I do there. And then I put a glob of I can put a glob of jelly on there. It just depends on your preference. Again, this is just for you or for your loved ones, whoever you're making the sandwich for. Just a thin layer, and make sure you put it all the way around, and then you can put your jelly on. And what I'm going to do here, let me see, since I've started this sandwich, I'll just put the peanut butter. This is the glob of peanut butter, but this is not a glob. We like our peanut butter. Otherwise, it just tastes like bread. So tailor it to what you like. Kids like the peanut butter, and it's always nice you can blame the kids, like, oh, I do it for the children, you know, they love it. But heck, I love it too. Don't blame the children, be on their side. So there's the glob of peanut butter, and then let me grab the jelly, and and again, I do it all in a line. I put a lot on. And what I've noticed, get them on the ends, and when you squish the sandwich down, the jelly squirts out. So it's like on the bag, it's like on the bag, and it doesn't look as pleasing as the Crustables do. But tastes good. That's what really matters. But if you're going for pretty, what I do is I try to put them on the end like I'm doing here, but I try to put more of the glob in the middle, so when I'm pressing down the sandwich, it kind of squishes its way out, but not so much outside of the sandwich. It's practice. I'm still not there because, you know, don't do the best job. But basically, there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you how I do the train. I'll just take basically quick pictures because I know you're busy. You don't have time to just be watching me make all these sandwiches. So I'm going to go down the line and dab each one, like put all the peanut butter, and just slap it on down real quick. And I will come back and I'll show you, I'll just keep showing you my progress. Yay! I am done. Now what we're going to do is we are going to seal them. And if you kind of notice, I kind of put them in the middle, more in the middle, so when I squeeze it down, not as much will come out. Just give it a little push. Oh, and one thing I didn't see, but I'll figure I'll pass it on because tips are always good. So if you have any recommendations, please again post. Well, I didn't say it before, but you know, post. There's a hole right here in the middle, right here. I should have put this on the peanut butter side so it wouldn't be on the jelly. But if you do, no harm. It's okay. Again, these are for people you love. Grab the sandwich and I just put it in and I let the air out. Try to get as much of the air out as you can. And whatever you want to use to seal is fine. And then I just go ahead and put it aside. Make it, bag it the best way that would be more comfortable for you. Now, because I put them right back in the bag, that original bag, I don't stack it on top of each other. I stack it like this. Because again, I'm going to put it right back in the bag. And then I put it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them in half. There's a fly there. I don't like that. I've never done this before. I'm going to see if I can. See if I got skills. Ooh, don't recommend it. Just do it one at a time. Don't recommend it. But you may be better at it than I am. I don't know what kind of scared me. I thought it was going to squeeze on out. So I just scoop it and I just put it inside of the bag. So just do as many steps as you can, so by the time it's time for whoever's going to eat the sandwiches, that all the work is done. The only thing they need to do is pick it up and put it in their mouths. Alright, here's the ending result. I have those two bags up top. I put them right back in there, and there is 9 in there each. So there's 18 in those two bags, and then I was able to get 6.5. There was an extra one because this was already opened. So I just went ahead and made half a sandwich. So there's 6.5 in there plus the one right there. So in total 7.5 plus the 18. So we're looking at around 25.5 sandwiches. And then here I just want to zoom in real quick. This is what I have in my refrigerator. Again, what I'm talking about, the grab and go. My nephews, as well as myself or my parents or anyone who comes over, they can just be able to grab a sandwich. There's celery and carrots in here. There's pineapple right there, and then I have cereal here. So it just makes a quick meal. So I just wanted you guys to be able to see, just to give you a picture of what you're working for. So again, on behalf of your loved ones, your friends, and your family, we so appreciate all you do, and thank you so much for going above and beyond to make good food and just doing what you do. So thank you. God bless. Another quick pointer, I went ahead and put one of the bags that had a pack of 9 already in the refrigerator. I'm gonna label it and put peanut butter and jelly so they can be able to know what's in there. And another thing I wanted to be able to let you know is make sure when you put this up, because these 2 loaves here I'm planning on putting in the freezer and I'm gonna freeze them. Make sure you freeze them up, because if you freeze them and you put it to the side, the jelly can leak out. Not leak out, it won't leak out, but it'll fall more to the side. You want to go ahead and keep it upright. After it freezes for a little while, or it actually it's holding and it's kind of frozen, you then can be able to put it on its side or whatnot after it's frozen. But before it's actually frozen, make sure you have it sitting up so that all your hard work won't kind of slide down. So just some quick tip so that you can be able to know. So again, thank you so much for watching, and again, on behalf of your loved ones, friends, and family, thank you so much. God bless.